Ryan, are you first this time?
I mean, you and I are just bloop, bloop, bloop.
I know,
bloop,
but I
bloop,
don't remember what we did last week.
Fuck it, I'll go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, I watched a movie, a 2020 movie, came out in 2020 during a pandemic. Pandemic. Oh wait, there's a shit in there.
Is there?
I was gonna make a mess. Thanks, Peter. Pandemic.
Closer.
Yeah, I didn't even look. That's a no look. Maybe I should no look. I watched a movie called Project Power. Now, I never watched this because I typically judge my movies by their cover. And it just looked like an adaptation of the TV show Power, which I'm not caught up on. Look at the cover. It looks like something that you would watch on Power.
No. I mean, well, jeez.
All right.
I don't...
So I'm right. And so Henry, how do you say this guy's last name? He has 2 O's in it. So it's Henry Joost. Is it Juiced?
I think this is Joust.
Joust? Joust would be a U.
That's what the extra O's. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with Henry Juiced.
Okay.
Juiced.
Uh-huh.
He made Paranormal Activity 3, 4, Nerve, Viral, Project Power.
This is the Paranormal Activity guy?
3 and 4.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Not the,
he made
okay.
the sequels.
Gotcha.
So he didn't make the good ones.
Yeah.
Because they were like...
I don't even know if I've seen those, to be honest.
Anyway, apparently you've reviewed this movie, so you can help me with this review.
Mm-hmm.
If you choose to. If not, you could just let me kind of flounder in the way that you want to. But I watched the whole movie, so I'm not going to make it up like I did. What movie did I fuck up?
Hotel Artemis?
Hotel Transylvania.
Yes.
So, all right. So, this is a movie where people are taking a pill that gives them superpowers. This time it's based off animals. Not like that one movie with Bradley Cooper where he takes a pill and he has unlimited power.
Smartness.
Or not like that one movie called Lucy where she
gets unlimited smartness.
Yeah. So it doesn't make people fucking smart. It gives you animal superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
However, one superpower I don't understand what animal spontaneously combusts and runs around apartments blowing them up. That sounds like a fucking Pokemon.
Yeah. Was that just a side effect, or did they explain that? Well, there's also there's another one where there's like Ice Lady. They never explained that either.
See?
So I thought
okay.
Before was it just animals, or was it like animals and like, or was it just nature powers?
No, dude. Jamie Lee Foxx.
Jamie Lee Foxx, yeah.
Jamie Lee Foxx. Jamie Foxx explained it that your superpowers are derived from animals.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I think they did say that he came, like, his powers is like from like a like a
shrimp
fish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some fish can
the one shrimp
get
that
hot or something.
It's something that can create a sound barrier that, like, apparently it's the strongest animal in the world. And if you ever look up YouTube videos of this shrimp, it's a pistol shrimp. This is a shrimp that literally can break the glass fish tanks if it's in there.
Wow. And this is what his power is.
Yeah, so like they're getting powers from like chameleons, or they highlighted a Wolverine frog. But I just don't understand like the elemental things like the fire or the ice and stuff. Anyway, let me get into this a little bit. So how this movie pans out is this drug dealer basically hands out this one drug where you twist it and it unlocks this superpower within your body for 5 fucking minutes. Now, has anybody like timed 5 minutes? It's literally 5 minutes. It's quick as shit. So to have a superpower for 5 minutes, some of these scenes were much longer than 5 minutes, but they still had their superpower. Yes, I understand movies, but it didn't make sense in the time and space where they put these characters together with their superpowers. This movie had a lot of loopholes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fucking loopholes.
Yeah.
And the more and more I watched it, the more and more I was finding loopholes, and the more I was finding like problems with this movie. This could have been a good movie. Actually, hold the phone. You know what it could have been? A better thing? A better TV miniseries. They could have explained the story a lot better through like 6 hour-and-a-half long episodes.
Yeah, and could have had all those various side stories that like you had closer. Like multiple like storylines of these two characters.
3.
Oh yeah, I guess there's 3. Jamie Lee Foxx.
Joseph Lee Gordon.
Joseph Lee Gordon.
And then the girl, Robin. What's her name?
Just Lee.
Dominique Lee Fishback.
Okay. Yes. Like they each could have had a story, and like it would have been better as a series because they could have like, all right, hey, episode's yours, and they finally they team up. Like this was such a weird. You're just like, okay, where's this going to? Like you had these very opposite characters, and then all of a sudden it's just like shoehorn in like, all right, now they're gonna go work together. You know?
100%. Like, and the movie starts off that they're supposed to like, Joseph Lee Gordon is gonna like he has to go find, or no, he's stopping criminals, but he's utilizing this young teenager who's distributing this drug to people. Meanwhile, he's using it to enhance his like chameleon bulletproof skin, and he's a cop until the cops are like, hey, you can't be using that drug, and he's like, this is my city, this is New Orleans, like, go Saints. They had to really make sure that he was wearing a Saints uniform. What cop wears a Saints uniform besides Mark Wahlberg? He'd probably wear a football uniform, like maybe the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're in New Orleans,
this movie would have been better with Mark Wahlberg.
Sure. You could probably put anyone in there. I don't know if it would have got better.
Mark Wahlberg and The Rock.
Okay.
It would have been a great movie together. They should make a movie with those two together sometime. Anyway. So
you're really on this like Mark Wahlberg kick, man.
Yeah, he makes great movies.
Have you seen that new trailer for Infinite?
Is it based off this? Because it sounds very much like Limitless.
It's based off of Mark Wahlberg.
Hell yeah. Anyway, so meanwhile, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, let's go by his character name. Frank Shaver is he's trying to find the source of this because he doesn't want this to be the distribution center for the world. He sees that, so he's trying to like reach out to these or not reach out. He's not like, hey, let me hold your hand. He's like trying to kill these criminals. Meanwhile, taking the drug, and while they're shooting him, he's like recovering. So his captain is basically, he takes his hat off and he's like, go find this guy and we won't send you to jail. And then his next mission is to find Jamie Lee Foxx, which his name is Art. Meanwhile, they utilize this young little black girl who, dude, in the entire movie, her mom has diabetes and her entire freaking goal is to give her soup. She never gives her soup.
Until the very end.
Did she make it for her?
No, just cans.
See? Fucked up.
Here's your fucking soup.
The entire time I was watching this movie, I was like, this poor mom is waiting at home with diabetes and she needs soup and she's sick.
I also like that. I felt like there was a very long time frame that she was gone.
100%. Like,
and the mom was just,
I'm fine.
I wish I had that soup, but other than that, I'm doing good.
I love the one scene like there's a text message like, did you get the soup? It was like 7:00 and she's like, oh shit. So she's trying to get soup. Kinda. Because she was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the kidnapping, she gets soup.
Yeah.
Sorry, allergies. And
she gets soup and money though.
Dude, spoiler alert.
Really? Is that big of a spoiler?
Because it's at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
I guess you also know that she lives.
Anyway, you find out like there's this whole underground scene that they're trying to use New Orleans as the test city for worldwide distribution, and all these weird Spanish, maybe Italian people are trying to raise money and do further testing. And then you find out Jamie Foxx's daughter was kidnapped because he rolled his Subaru Outback, and the guy with the beard took his daughter because she's like the source of like how to gain your powers, but they never explain what kind of powers she has. Because she's like a Chansey. She can heal people, which that's not a real animal. That's a Pokemon. And
I literally stopped like, what the fuck is a Chansey? Like, what animal heals?
It's Pokemon.
Yes.
It's a big egg.
Yeah, I got it now.
Then Frank and Art, they finally meet, but they're at ends. But then Art tells Frank, he's like, "Hey, everybody's been lying to you. You should team up with me. All I need to do is find my daughter." Meanwhile, Robin's been telling Frank the whole time that Art is trying to find his daughter, because Art kills Machine Gun Kelly in an explosion because
Machine Gun Kelly's in this film?
He was new. Pretty sure.
The guy that burns?
Yeah. Yep. Colson Baker. Remember that one trailer?
Yep.
And then there's a final scene in a weird penthouse by the Saints Stadium, and then not a cruise ship, like a port ship, or like where they have
shipping containers.
A shipping container ship. Okay, this is where that fucking movie lost me.
That's the ship part?
The ship part.
Okay.
Here's why. Because Joseph Gordon-Levitt tells Robin, Frank and Robin are communicating. He's like, I'm gonna go up to this guard and get in. Meanwhile, they're talking like Batman and Beyond and Robin, and which is ironic because he was Robin in Dark Knight. And he doesn't initially get in. They shoot him, and you presume he's dead, but he took the pill because he's bulletproof now. But then he gets in. But meanwhile, little fucking girl just decides to waltz right in, and then waltz right into the ship, and then she waltz right into the control room, and then she controls all the fucking doors to open and close all the doors. She's held behind a goddamn door this fucking big, like this fucking big.
Yeah, I see the YouTube to really
like,
understand how big it is.
Like enough space between me and Peter right now, which is a good like 6 feet. Like
social distancing.
Yeah,
proper social distancing.
Meanwhile, this big old jacked bearded bald guy is like hunting her down, and then he breaks down the door.
Didn't he take a pill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his power? To break down doors?
Yeah.
What animal has that fucking power?
I think lots. Rhinos.
Oh, he was a rhino.
Yeah.
Here's where it lost me. That scene, because she was able to escape into the chute, go down to the testing area where Jamie Lee Foxx's daughter was just sitting on a fucking bed with a quilt, and she walks in with double doors. You would think that they would like have this girl under high security. Meanwhile, this little like 16-year-old drug dealer who still hasn't gotten her mom's soup just walked right in, and she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go take you to your dad." And she's like, "Oh, okay, cool.
Sounds good.
All
You're
right."
telling me I could have walked out of this shipping ship
because I
anytime?
have all the powers that everybody's trying to steal from me because I have healing power.
She just heal. Wasn't I don't know. I forgot. Why was she just because she could heal? That was so special. I thought there was something else, like where like she
didn't need to take the pill.
Yeah,
to get
that
her power.
was it. Because she was born with it because of all the testing on Jamie
Lee Foxx. Yeah.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Foxx. Yeah. Okay.
That's where this movie had a lot of loopholes. It started off so good.
I don't. I
agree.
No.
Pew.
No, shots fired.
Oh yes.
No, I thought. I'm trying to go back. Like, I had high hopes for it. Every single Netflix film that comes out, I always have high hopes.
And guess what? We've talked about this.
Yeah.
They fall on their ass.
They do, but this one I felt fell on its ass pretty quickly because, like you said, I think the concept's there. And I think it would have been better, like you said, as a series. I think they could have developed it more. And this just felt like so everything was just shoehorned in. Like they had these ideas, like, all right, we want this cop being this guy, then we want this other guy, Jamie Lee Foxx, like chasing after something, but being like this, they wanted this buddy cop movie with superpowers, and the way they did it was just, I thought, awful. Like the parts where they came together, I was like, why did you do that? Why couldn't you? There could have been so many other ways that they could have went. Like maybe they were both cops and taking on this case and like figuring this out, and like they were chasing the perp that you later find out is like not really the bad guy. They find that out later. Like there's so many little things that they could have done, and the overall just like story arc of everyone is just not good. But the actual like the idea behind it is cool. Except for I think they took a lot of liberties on the fact like, oh yeah, someone turns the ice, someone turns on fire. Like they never explained where those powers came from what animals. As far as I know, I don't know really any animals that really do that. Like maybe they can control their temperature, but they don't instantly combust and go into flames. Like that doesn't happen.
You know what does?
What?
Pokemon.
Yeah, so they should have said this is based off of Pokemon.
This would have been a perfectly fine adult Pokemon movie.
So there's Pokemon in the world. That would have been cool, man. If they like, all right, we're taking and we have developed a way to give people Pokemon powers and they fight other Pokemon as well. Like, oh man, that would be kind of cool. I like it.
Netflix.
Better story. Send us the money.
Send us the monies. Show me the money. Dude, the ending was so lackluster. Okay, there were 2 scenes in here that were like the most pivotal fighting action scenes, and they were filmed so terribly. The one where he is in the club, and the entire scene is filmed inside of the tank with the girl who can't control her temperature, and she's freezing, and you just see like little spurts of like people fighting. Hated it. That was
you didn't like that?
I did not like it, because my question is, why was someone else in the tank with her?
What? No one was in the tank with her.
The cameraman.
That's some movie magic. You take yourself out of that.
They should have made it completely her perspective, not showing her like kind of like coughing up and dying.
I did. That was a very like artistic.
It would have been more artistic if they were showing like little coughs of breath and like it kind of like fogging up and going away, and then like panning away, and then her finally dying, and then it going to the next scene. And then the last spoiler alert, when Jamie Lee Foxx.
Spoiler now. You've been giving away the whole ending of the film.
Jamie Lee Foxx like finally like unleashes his power. They don't even really show it, dude. Like they just kind of show like little spurts of it, like black. Like
they showed enough of it,
but not enough.
Okay, so you wanted more of the shrimp
I wanted
power.
More. I wanted to see him with his little flicker claw just flicking the glass. He should have broke the glass in the tank. That would have shown me he was a pistol shrimp.
Well, no, because he wasn't taking the pill. Like that's why, like he like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he like refused to take the pill because he didn't want to like hurt anyone because it was too powerful.
So, I will say one good thing about this movie. I said a lot of good things, but this is my one good thing.
I don't know what were the good things.
The good things were the CGI in this movie for a Netflix movie was really good.
Yeah, I feel like they normally do a pretty good job on the visuals.
The guy who turned into like Hunchback of 9,000 feet tall Dom.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That action scene was actually pretty damn good.
That was kind of cool,
and
but that was like I wanted more from that though.
See?
Yeah, that one was like that just kind of ended. I felt like it didn't really.
Well, because they fucking blew up the building.
Oh yeah,
and chunks of his body were flying everywhere.
Yeah. It would have been cooler if they actually kind of fought a little bit, or maybe a little bit.
Well, they would have died.
That's true. He could have took his pill and done his shrimp powers.
No, you had to save that for the end.
That's true. I don't know. See, that's the deal with all these Netflix films. It's like I feel like they do like something that's like there's elements in it that are like really like, oh man, that was badass. And then that's it. Like they just have these like flickers of life in it, and the rest is just a dull, dim light that's like enough to try to keep you like going to like finish it, because then it flashes again. But
here's how I can associate that. It's when you're having sex and like you're at a good point where it's feeling good, and then both partners are on the same page and it's feeling good, and then one partner switches it up and that partner's not feeling it.
Switches up that rhythm.
Yeah. And then that partner's like, okay, well, then I need to get back on this pace with this partner. And then they're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And then like this guy's like, and then you're like,
the guy does that?
Well, you know, I mean,
yeah. Well, then the guy gets tired, like I can't go at that pace anymore.
Yeah.
And
then they got to slow down for a little bit, and then see this movie's like very elongated sex. You do finish, but you're just.
It wasn't that great of a finish, though. You already said that.
Yeah, you do. You just kind of finish to finish.
I'm worn out, so I'm done.
I'm good. I'm gonna go shower. Is that cool? All right. You watch those credits.
Yep. I guess that sums up this film to the T. So, okay, Ryan, do you recommend it?
I mean, if you like sex and you like it to be longer than it should. That's a weird way to say that, because long sex is pretty fun sometimes. Long, like, get it done kind of sex, and yes, I would recommend it. But if you're just kind of like really good at it, like Netflix should have been really good at this. It would be really good sex if it was a mini series, because you can just kind of get little short spurts of it, get it done, go back tomorrow, short spurts, get it done, do it in the morning, get it done, get some afternoon delight, get it done. You're getting more and better quality versus this weird like
weird unbalanced sex where people get tired and they just want to finish just to finish.
Yeah. And you're like, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, cool.
All right.
If this movie didn't have me finish, then I would have been like, this movie sucks. But
and Ryan finished, so I guess go watch it.
Yes. Give it a shot, Try it out.
Yeah, try to see if you get in rhythm with it, and
rhythm
you'll get a little out of sync, and then you gotta get back into that rhythm, and it's enough to keep you entertained to, until you get a little bit bored at the end, and you're like, all right, let's finish.
That's how the finishing was. All right, guys, let's finish.
All right, right, okay.
Be sure to visit bmoviesbeyond.com.